Myself, Mr. Harish Sadashiv Motekar. I'm your subject teacher for the subject Cryptography and Network Security, and our today's topic is Nidham Shredder Protocol. So, the learning objectives after learning this lecture, student will be able to explain the Nidham Shredder symmetric key protocol. Also, the student will be able to explain the Nidham Shredder public key protocols. So these were the learning objective. Let us start with the Nidham Shredder. Okay, so it is a authentication protocol which is developed by Nidham and Shredder. It is not a single. Actually, two protocols are there. First one is the Nidham Shredder symmetric key protocol, and second one is the Nidham Shredder public key protocol. So the Nidham Shredder's first symmetric key protocol is based on the symmetric key encryption algorithm. This protocol is designed to establish a session key between the two parties on the network to establish the communication. Also, we have the second type, that is the Nidham Shredder's public key protocol. It is based on the public key cryptography, and this protocol is intended to provide the mutual authentication between two parties communicating on the network, but in its proposed form in the insecure network. Means on the insecure network also it will provide the authentication between the two parties. Okay, so this is the introduction about the Nidham Shredder protocols. Okay, let us start with the Nidham Shredder symmetric key protocol. So first one is Nidham Shredder symmetric key protocol. Okay, before starting with the symmetric key protocol, we should understand what is Nidham Shredder's technique. Okay, so protocol technique means what it is actually doing. So we can easily understand this process by using the diagram. Here a third party is placed in between the sender and receiver. So we can say that the machine 1 is machine A is a sender machine, and machine B is a receiver machine, and server S is the machine which is placed in between the sender and receiver. So it can be known as the third party. Okay, so from this diagram we can see that the machine A wants to communicate with B. For that purpose, it is asking to machine S, that is server S, to he wants to communicate with the B. He is asking to this one. Now he permits him to ask to machine B, and for that he provides some keys. Okay, after that this machine will ask Bob that he is machine A, and he wants to communicate with the machine B. Means B is, we can consider it as Bob, and A is, we can consider it as Alice. So Alice and Bob. So machine A means Alice wants to communicate with the Bob, and for that he is requesting to Bob. Now after this, Bob will send a message to A, so that he wants to communicate, but before that he want to check that whether the Alice is communicating or someone else is communicating instead of Alice. Okay, so for that he want to confirm it. And now after that Alice will make a confirmation message and the communication will be established. So this is the phenomena of the Nidham Shredder technique. Okay, now let us start with the Nidham Shredder's symmetric key protocol. Okay, so the steps are given here. First, suppose we have two users, that is sender and receiver, and as usual the Alice is the sender who will send the message, and receiver is our Bob. Okay, so Alice sends a message to the server S, saying that I want to communicate with the Bob. Okay, and Bob and the server send the message to back to the Alice, and that message containing a key, that is server's key, that is server secret key, SKS. Okay, SKS stands for server secret key. Okay, and also one more copy of the server secret key encrypted with the uh, server key for the means secret key provided to the Bob. Okay, so skbs, so it will be encrypted with the sks, and that is the copy which is provided to the Alice by the server. Now Alice will forward this copy of the sks to the Bob, who can decrypt the message with its key. Means Alice will decrypt the message by using its own key. How? As server is the machine which is placed in between the Alice and Bob, so it has the both Alice private key, Alice key, and as also the Bob's key. So he can encrypt the message using them keys. Means he can encrypt the message using Bob's key, so that that message will be easily decrypted by the Bob. Okay, now next is Bob send back the Alice a nonce value encrypted by the SK to confirm that he has a symmetric key or session key provided by the server. Okay, now here Bob is using a nonce. Nonce is what? It is nothing but a arbitrary number that is provided to the means that is used with the message. Okay, we can say that it is packed with the message. Okay, so by using this nonce, Alice wants to confirm that Bob wants to confirm that Alice is the actual sender, and for that he is sending him a nonce. Okay, so I am repeating this sentence. So Bob sends back the Alice a nonce value encrypted by the SK. Means he is sending what? He is sending a nonce value encrypted by the SK. SK is the server's secret key. Okay. To confirm that he has the symmetric key. Okay, means Alice also have the same key, so he wants to confirm that, or session key, and for that he's sending this message to Alice. Okay, now next is Alice perform a simple operation on the nonce provided by the Bob and resend that back to the machine Bob, yeah, B, just to verify Alice has the key. Means after this fourth step, the Alice performs some operation on the nonce provided by the B, and he decrypt the message using that symmetric key, means the key provided by the server, and using the resend this message to the Bob that he is the actual user. Okay, means to verify that he is actual user, actual sender. So this is the Needham Shredder symmetric key protocol. The same diagram we can use to understand this one. So first one is Alice, that is machine A, is sending a request to the server that he wants to communicate with Bob, that is machine B. Server sends him a secret key and also a copy of secret key to send it to the Bob. Now Alice will send that key to the Bob, and after that Bob wants to confirm that Alice is the actual user, so that he will send a nonce to the Bob in fourth step, and he wants the Alice to decrypt it using the symmetric key provided by the server to the Alice. Okay, now Alice will decrypt this message using the symmetric key provided by the server, and then he will send that message back to the machine B or Bob to confirm that he is the actual user. Okay, Alice is the actual user. So this is the whole idea. Now, okay, this is another diagram to show the working of symmetric key protocol. We can easily understand this diagram. Here also we have two users, Alice and Bob, and a server, that is AS. Initially Alice sends a message to the server for the communication with the Bob, and for that he sends a message A comma B comma NA, and that's and the same steps which are mentioned in the previous slide, that can be used to understand this diagram, that can be used to establish the communication in between A and B. Okay, so we can skip this diagram here. Okay, now let's start with the attack which is possible on this symmetric key algorithm. So as we know that this is a protocol and which is also vulnerable. So this protocol is vulnerable to the attack, that is replay attack. So what is replay attack? We should understand before going further. Okay, so replay attack is what? It is an attack in which the attacker can use the previous tickets or older tickets which is provided by the server to the Alice or Bob for the communication between Alice and Bob. Okay, so the statement is, if an attacker uses an older compromised value of the KB is a again ticket, we can say. He can then replay the message, that is KAB comma A KBS, okay, which is encrypted with the KBS. So to the message, then message for this message Bob can reply and he can accept the request for the communication, and the communication between the attacker and Bob can be established. Okay, so this is the idea actually of the replay attack. Now to remove this attack, to prevent this attack, what steps can be used? So the to fixing this attack, the steps are given below. Here we use some nonce to describe which is described below to fix this problem. Okay, so in first step, Alice sends a request to the Bob, that is A. Alice wants to communicate with the B, okay, that is Bob. Okay, in second step, Bob responds with the nonce encrypted under his key with the server. Means now Bob replies the message, responds the message, but in this message he sends a nonce, that is NB, which is encrypted using the Bob's key provided by the server. Okay, this, that is KBS. Okay, so the this in third step, Alice receive the message, and after that he send a message to the server and show the identity of herself and Bob. Means and also ask the server about the communication to be established with the Bob. Okay, so he is again requesting to the server, and for that he is showing his identity and the Bob's identity to the server. Okay, and with that he sends the this message. Okay, note that by using this technique, by using the nonce, we can prevent the replaying attack, as nonce is what? It is a arbitrary number, and which is already which will be known to the server Alice and Bob. Okay, so because of that this attack can be prevent. Okay,